There's something about a brilliantly designed home that always makes your eyes pop and jaw drop. Whether it's crazy innovation or a brand new way of looking at an age-old design, there's some new homes that raise the bar for our expectations. With that, let's take a look at some incredible new houses that will amaze you. Amazing! Bert, remember tree houses? Yeah, those were the things you built as a kid before Minecraft took over your souls. They put the fun in fundamentally impractical, with a lack of running water, heating, and plumbing. But the designers at Austrian firm Prack decided to challenge the conventional design of a treehouse and created the insanely fun Bert, a modular treehouse made to help people experience nature like you were a kid again. The components of these houses are stackable, almost like Lego, so you can create whatever design your heart desires with almost infinite possibilities. From a singular low-lying module to a fully family-sized house in the canopy to a multi-story mega city. It connects to the floor on a minimal footprint, and the leaf-like shingles on the outside can blend the structure into a variety of backgrounds. Inside, it uses dark tones across all the family areas to make it feel more like a cave, so you never feel like you leave the forest even when you go to bed. That's one way to get back to nature without actually getting back to nature. Floating Seahorse Villa. The idea of sleeping with the fishes isn't one people usually get excited about, unless you're in Dubai, in which case this has a very literal meaning. This is the Floating Seahorse project from the Kleindienst Group. These 4,000-foot squared submerged villas are located on an island development called the Heart of Europe, off the shores of Dubai's city center, next to the renowned Palm Jebel Ali and Palm Jumeirah. Starting at $5.5 million, the luxuriously designed depths of these villas include a bathroom and master bedroom beneath the waves protected by 9 millimeters of reinforced glass, perfect for people who have ever wanted to be the star of their own aquarium. Decadent dining rooms and living rooms can be found on the sea level, as well as a jacuzzi on the upper level. The only downside is that this is quite literally a villa at sea and can only be accessed by boat. That's going to be one hell of a morning commute. Tree in the house. Sometimes great ideas come from turning an existing idea on its head. For example, why build a house in a tree when you could build a house around a tree? Plucked from the mind of Abek Almasov, The Tree in a House is a 4-story fantasy that has been created to fuse modern architecture with nature in ways rarely seen. The cylindrical structure houses a tree native to the Almaty forest of Kazakhstan, with each level taking into account the growth of the tree at its center. A white spiral staircase connects all 4 ring-shaped floors that hug the tree trunk. Obviously, this isn't a house for those who enjoy their privacy, as the only occluded room of the otherwise completely clear 360-degree glass tube is in the bathroom area. For all the exhibitionists out there though, this might be your dream home. The Glass House. If you're one of those people intent on throwing stones despite the generations of anecdotal evidence against you, you should upgrade your glass house to a diamond house. This is the Glass House made by Sant'Ambrogio Milano, a fully transparent structure made with tempered and laminated glass that they've nicknamed Diamond. Everything from the walls to the stairs, even the beds have been designed out of diamond so that the owner's view isn't obstructed, even for a minute. Because of the way the material is constructed, these houses can be erected almost anywhere to put you in the middle of your favorite natural getaway. On top of that, and unlike other glass-based home designs, Sant'Ambrogio Milano included a Privalight glass option, which is glass that turns from transparent to translucent at the touch of a button. Now that's how you add class to that glass. Ring house. There's something incredibly satisfying about building a tower in the middle of a forest, especially one that fits into the atmosphere as well as the ring house of Nagano in Japan does. This beautifully constructed 30-foot tower isn't notorious for its height, but for its generous open living space. Building upwards instead of outwards, the multi-story home mimics the atmosphere of the forest, with the rings on the outside alluding to more layers within than there actually are. With only a basement, living area, and bedroom area, the interior is almost entirely concealed by a series of laminated cedar strips for a restrained appearance. In the winter, the stark contrast between the black wood and the snow still makes the mini tower feel natural in its space, and in the mist it resembles a traditional Japanese lantern. How can something so simple be so stunning? We'll have to ask your mom. Cliff House. Have you ever been sat comfortably at home knowing you're perfectly safe, feeling really secure while thinking, wouldn't this be more fun if it was dangerous? If you answered yes, I have the perfect house for you. This bizarre design is a 5-story modular conception from Mondscape. It comes as a response to the company's clients who asked them to explore options for building homes on Australia's extreme sections of coastal land. The cliff house is similar to a barnacle hanging onto the front of a ship, except the ship is a slowly eroding rock face, and instead of using mollusk-powered suction, the build would require heavy-duty steel pins to keep it from falling into the ocean. Once you get over the death-defying elements of the design, the interior looks like something Tony Stark would be proud to call home. There are 11 different areas spread out over 5 stories, including a carport, all connected by a lift. The giant sloping windows make all views out to sea really impressive, but they are featured in every room of the house. And I mean every room. So consider where you get changed, or you might make unexpected friends with more than a couple of passing sailors. Solo office. There are some sights in this world that are so otherworldly, you can swear you see a little halo on top of them. But if you're in Aragon, Spain, that literally might be the case. This is the Solo office, the brainchild of Christian Bourdet and Eva Alboran. It can accommodate up to 8 guests comfortably with panoramic soul-stunning scenes of the 247-acre forest of Matarrana. The area is filled with olive and almond trees, vineyards, waterfalls, and from this perfect perch at the top of the valley, you won't miss a moment of it. The house's main structures are built entirely from concrete, almost all of which is equipped with sliding panels. It turns every room into an instantly accessible chamber so that you can enjoy the views no matter where you are. You could say this design really comes full circle. Triangle Cliff House. Architecturally, triangles are the strongest shape, which makes this clifftop dwelling the perfect pinnacle to any mountain range. German art expert Matthias Arndt made this incredible rendering of his ideal version of a hilltop home. With windows on 3 sides of this triangular prism, guests are able to enjoy the spectacular vistas of wherever this brilliant dwelling might be placed, along with a razor-thin balcony to keep the danger element of the mountains in play. The renderings show how the lower level is dug into the mountainside to give the appearance that its slopes are precariously straddled on top, with large open plan spaces on both stories. This might be every mountaineer's dream. Toblerone? More like Toblerone. Dune House. There's nothing better than a seaside vacation, but what if you could actually stay on the beach? A holiday home carved into the sand dunes answers that problem for you. The Dune House from Studio Viral has been designed specifically for the hook-shaped peninsula of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Because the concept is merged into the dunes, the large circle structure of the window is only identifiable from sea, where the rest seamlessly merges into the shoreline. The significant spans of glass the project requires are all planned to be triple insulated and stormproofed, along with a downstairs portion that's been rendered to feel like a den. But the most impressive element of the Dune House by far is that it is designed to work off the grid. The house isn't plugged into any main forms of energy, meaning it relies on a field of miniature solar panels and wind turbines that work day and night to provide the house with the power it needs. Greta Thunberg, eat your heart out. CYBERHOUSE. Some people love Tesla. I mean, they really love Tesla. They admire the mind of Elon Musk so much that they pay homage to him in the form of an architectural concept to match the recently released Cybertruck. Yeah, I wasn't joking. Say hello to modern houses, CYBERHOUSE, which honestly looks like something that's flown out of Battlestar Galactica. It's a self-sufficient, multi-layer bunker designed for living in an extreme range of conditions, from a nuclear apocalypse to a zombie virus takeover. Their words, not mine. Seriously, Modern House have designed this to withstand an actual zombie invasion. The slanted walls are reinforced with concrete and high-strength steel to prevent any kind of environmental, mechanical, and electromagnetic shocks from damaging the structure. Cybertrucks can be driven into the waiting carport, which carried them into the sealed bunker below. 2 communal living spaces allow up to 7 people to wait the disaster out here in comfort. I guess that means they just push all the undesirable zombies and peasants away with a long stick and wait for it all to blow over. House inside a rock. Thousands of years ago, the Arab kingdom would honor their courageous dead by carving monumental tombs into sandstone cliffs, many of which still stand to this day. It's from this incredible necropolis that designer Amy Kendall Goncard drew the concept for his amazing architectural renderings of House Inside a Rock. Whilst it's only the outside of this structure you get to wrap your head around, the inside is very much left to your imagination. Although from some angles it's clear that the interior connects to a series of flat panel concrete rooms to provide a cave-like feel inside. But what we can see is several rooftop pools and lounging areas, all less than a stone's throw away from one another. And as an added bonus, it doubles up as a tomb, so you really can die happy in this house. Concrete Cliff Retreat. It's time for a real cliffhanger. Feast your eyes on this prefabricated concrete cliff retreat from the mind of Alex Hogriff. Designed to precariously nestle into the perilous cliffs of the Icelandic coast, this building uses huge panels on concrete to blend into the surrounding environment while adding to the jagged cliff edges. Inside, the concrete patterns give rise to hugely exposed sections that Hogriff patches with full-height glazing, several of which open out into balconies so that guests can take in the full extent of the ocean as they stroll across. An internal stairwell running through the center of the building connects all the different levels, with communal spaces at the top and bedrooms, kitchens, and gardens at the lower. Regardless of the level you're on, you never miss out on what's going on outside. Comprised of a total of 5 floors, 1,755 feet from sea level, this home turns an Icelandic outcrop into a visual delight without taking away from the nature of the scene. Who knew concrete could look so damn good? Which of these homes would you most like to own? Let me know in the comments down below, and thanks for watching.